no. Say something. Geh. Sister, Sky. Whatever.
What's up, everyone? It is your favorite iconic, skinny, average icon, legend, and superstar, and Akana Christopher, and welcome to a new episode of AM Thoughts, conversations that I have in the morning with myself, and things that are troubling my mind, things that don't make the main show of Cloudy Podcast, but things that I can talk about briefly for a moment. Today's conversation is a bit of an address and a rant that has been boiling inside of me for like the past 2 days now. And you all saw that amazing overproduced quality episode of Uyajola-9 this Sunday, and conversations that were had on social media afterwards. This is something that I would personally like to now address and give an open letter to straight men and straight females out there from me, a black gay man, from a standpoint of the girls. And when I say the girls, I mean the GURLS, the girls, not the girl, which is GIRL. There's a difference between the girls and the girl. So from the girls' standpoint, it's an open letter to the straights. Starting off with straight females. Dear straight females, we're not in competition. We are not in competition with you. We are not trying to compete with you. And I say this with the most loudest way that I can. I am not competing with the female. I am not in competition with another female. The competition that you guys have in your head is that we are trying to compete to have men in our lives. You guys think we're competing to have your boyfriends in our lives. That is not the case. We're not competing for that mess. We're competing to have our own lives. We're competing to have our own expression, our own sexuality to be validated and to be respected across all boards. We're not in competing with men. And I say this to say, because I had a conversation with someone that said the girls like straight men. We find them as a challenge. It's challenging when you meet a straight man and you want him, you lust over him. That is not the case. If you're a straight man and you are attractive and you're good looking, and this is also dear straight men, if we find you attractive and we find you good looking, we will let you know. We will let you know that you are attractive. We will let you know you are good looking. Okay? It's a compliment. It's a compliment for you as a straight man to say, oh wow, men and female find me good looking. Take it as a compliment. If you're aesthetically pleasing, here's the nice thing about us girls. The girls, we like things that are aesthetically pleasing. We love aesthetics. We live on aesthetics. We are creatives. At the end of the day, the girls are creatives. We like things that are aesthetically pleasing. We know what is good looking. We know what is nice. We do. And if we find you that good, you're good looking, babes. Yes, there are some girls that will go as far as try to pursue straight men, and they may pursue them for the interest of love. But some girls will pursue straight men for the sake of it's just a fuck, and that's about it. It's not a relationship or anything. It's just a hit it and quit it and we're good. But for us, the remainders, it's okay. We're just letting you know, you're cute or whatever, but I know what you are. You're a straight man. And that's it. And then someone said that in terms of competing, gay males and females, it's we are taking men or we are finishing men for them. No, sweetie, that's not the case. You know what's funny? Let me put it this way. For me personally, and I'm talking about me personally and my life experiences, I hate DL men. I hate niggas that are on the down low. I hate niggas that don't know where they are or who they want to do or what they want to do. I hate it because there are so many. There's so many DL men that are just not sure of what they're doing or what gender they want to be with or who they want to be with. That is it's the most frustrating people that we find in these circles. They are. DL men are exhausting. And DL men and I will say this for the girls that do listen to this. The girls, listen to me. DL men are not a prize. They are not a trophy. DL men are actually exhausting. Because you have to deal with a man that's not sure if he's out of the closet or not. And the problem is the same type of men will put you back in the closet just so that they can feel confident about themselves, so that they can feel good about themselves. Why is it that when I've spent X amount of time pining myself from somewhere, that I have to now go back to the same place? I took my time. I was in the closet. I came out and I feel great about myself. Now, why is it that because I'm with you, now I have to go back into the same perverted closet? Just so that you can feel secure and safe in your masculinity. That's why when someone says, no, we like straight, we don't. Do you know how frustrating it is for yourself to be at an older stage in your life where you are seeking companionship and you're seeking for something that could be long term, and you find someone that still doesn't know what they want? No, that doesn't attract. I'm going to speak for myself. That doesn't attract me. I don't thrive from it. It's just nothing. It means shit to me. Do you know how it's amazing to find a man who's comfortable in his sexuality, knows who he is, comfortable with his, and won't take me back into the closet? That man, that is proud to say, well, I'm a gay man and I love other gay men, or a man that says, well, I'm bisexual and I'm okay with rolling in the streets with a boy. I'm okay with rolling in the street with a girl. I'm happy if people see me with a boy. I see myself in a marriage with a boy. Those men are the men that we want. Those men are the men that we are chasing for. Not someone who will call us at 2 a.m. in the morning to say it's an after 9 situation. Can I pull through to your place? I can go back to my house and sit with my wife. That shit is boring. That shit means nothing to the girl. It just always means that you're gonna be a cum rag for a nigga that doesn't know what he wants. And you know what? Same breath, females, you guys are forgetting something about men. And I want to remind you guys about how men that you guys want to worship and walk the ground for are just pigs. Do you know that a man, once he is found out by other men that he's rolling with one of us, that he will kill us just so that his cover and his masculinity is protected? Do you know that? Well, you don't. And let me tell you why you don't know it. Because you know why? You're ignorant to that part. In America last year, a total 19 transgender girls were killed by black men. Black transgenders were killed by black men last year. Just because they were hiding that they are on the low with trans girls. They were hiding the fact that they were going with girls. Just so that they can't be found out. Just so that they can't be found out that another man. You see, it boils down to this whole thing of masculinity, the toxic culture of masculinity, and this whole worldview of the girls. And I'm upset. I'm so upset. Because there are different gays. And this is another thing. When it comes to Sexual expression. There are different types of gays that you're going to meet, and you guys just want to classify us into one fucking box and think, this is the type of behavior you're going to get. No, bitch, no. Go through the spectrum, learn about the spectrum, and you come back and respect us. Because in every gender, there's always a spectrum. Gender is on its own. Gender is just a spectrum. You can't pinpoint gender. It is big. And everyone can live in the line. Everyone can live in the fucking damn light. Everyone can reach a goal. We can all live together in harmony. But if you're gonna sit there and be ignorant to what is happening, then fine. Be ignorant. Be ignorant because you've chosen that you are ignorant. So, still on the same path, what I want to talk about in terms of the episode that you all are striving for on social media is that you're dealing with someone who has a DL, which is a down low man, which is someone who talks to the girls at a certain point, gets what he gets from the girls, and leaves. Those men are active. Those men are reachable. Those men we see. And if that man is your boyfriend, well, shame, sis, that's your problem. Don't come and blame a girl for that nonsense because it's your man. You know what's funny? You know what's the most irritating part about females? You guys will fight each other for a man. You guys will fight each other for a man. When you're supposed to be fighting the man, how is it that females are okay with other females taking their boyfriends and they'll always go on social media and blast another female for saying, why can't you go to your man and tell your man, you know what, not that you're disgusting? Why can't you tell your boyfriend he's trash? But you want to fight on social media? No, no, that's the most annoying shit on earth. And you know what's funny? And the girls, we don't do that shit. The girls don't do that shit. When we find out that someone else is with someone, baby, we're not gonna fight. Baby, we're not gonna fight. We will tell each other, if you want that man, it's your sis. Go and go suffer. Because you know what's funny? We know there's so many men out there. So many men. It's not little. So many men that will find, or so many men that will make us happy. It's fine. Sis, you can take that and you can move on with it. I'm not gonna sit here and fight you. I'm not gonna stomp you for a nigga. That's just too much energy. That's too much. You know? And as with this episode that you guys came here for, you could see that this same DL man, the same guy, had went to the point where he even told the girl that, you know what, I'm with you, I'm happy to be with you, wara, and I will go as far as engaging you. Right? He told the girl that. And when his girlfriend popped up into the scene, he couldn't do anything. And do you know what's funny? That's when we fight. Because, I didn't know that he was still in the closet. Why is he in the closet but he's already moving life with me? You know, and that's why there was a tension and that's why there was fighting, because how do you commit to someone and then you still want to play in the closet? How is that? I say this to say the following. If you have a misconception about the girls or know something about the girls, please go to one of the girls and ask for clarification. Don't disrespect everyone. Don't. And don't disrespect us. We respect you as females. We know we will never compete. We know we will never be in competition. I know for a fact, even now in my own skin and where I'm at, I will never compete with a biological born woman. I cannot. And I won't. And I won't. I won't. I won't even put myself into that strife or put myself through that like embarrassment, trauma. I can't. That's a lot of work. It's a lot. It will text me, it will text my soul, it will text all my body energy for me to just say, I want to compete with a female. I cannot and I won't. I compete with girls. I compete with the girls. I compete with the girls. I don't compete with females. I compete with the girls. I compete with people in my circle. I compete with people in my community. I don't compete with people that are not in my community. It's impossible for me to reach that standard. And it's fine. Competition within the community is a healthy thing because it's gay men looking for other gay men. It's not gay men looking for straight men. No, it's not. And I'm fine with competing in my own community. Ngamele ukulwa nomuntu that is the same gender as me for the same thing that we want, other than a different gender. It's not the same, sis. We're not in the same lane, and we'll never be in the same lane. It's impossible. It's truly impossible. Then I had a conversation with one of my friends recently, and they told me about the experience that they had in Cape Town, where and I want to ask females, guys. I want to ask females, why does it bother you if you are in a relationship with a guy that has had sex with another guy before, or why does it bother you if you date someone who's bisexual, or why does it bother you that he's put his dick in an ass? Just out of curiosity, why does it boil you? Because with my friend, that was the same conversation that we had. Is that the person that she was rolling with would never do masculine activities, or they would also try to do activities that are considered more female-like or more gentle-based-like. You know, like a man that wants to go to the art gallery, a man that wants to go or ice cream sorbet, like not a man that is like, oh, let's go watch rugby, or let's, right? And then she went as far as confronting the guy to say, okay, would you put your dick in an ass? And the guy said yes. And the girl asked the guy to say, if I had a threesome with another guy, would you accept it? And the guy said yes. And he said, if I'm fucking the guy, yes. And the girl was like, well, that means that, you like girls, and I can't be with someone that likes the girls. Sweetie, why does that bother you? Why does it bother you that there are men that actually want to be with the girls? Why is this an issue? Why is this an issue for you guys? Like, why is this a pivotal issues for you guys? Uguti, there are guys that actually want that. Like, why does it bother you guys? Because to us, it doesn't bother us. It doesn't. It doesn't bother us. For us, we don't care. We don't. But to you guys, it's like, oh, he's not man enough then for me, or he's not. You see, it's the same thing as females will also put their masculine, like you guys will project masculinity on men as well. As much as this is a trajectory of masculinity that comes from men, you guys also project it. Why is that? Why is it? And in the comment section, let me know. In the comment below, let me know why Lidi Rabialo. Why Lidi Rabialo? I could go on about DL men and what type of DL men that we meet, what type of DL men we run into circles with, because they are there. But after 9 is nothing new, Boswere. And it's just not a show that was on what do you call this? This is not something that was portrayed on TV for you guys to just watch and enjoy. But after 9 have been there, we've had men that leave with us from the club, smash and go, and wake up in the morning and go back to their wives. This shit has been happening for many years. It's nothing new. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's been happening. Just because it was exposed on television and made to be a big hoorah, that's why you guys are coming out in all forms of shapes and angles. The girls have been the girls. Men have been men. DL has been DL. It's not new. So let's have a conversation. Why does it infuriate you? Why does it annoy you? Why does it piss you off? Because the funny part is, we don't go after them. They come to us. Half of the majority of the time, they come here. We don't go there. We go there if there is a mutual... Here's the thing. Here's my experience. And I'm not going to talk about too many experiences, but I'm just going to talk about one. The time that I actually ever stood up and approached your straight men that you guys value so much is when a straight man has expressed their interest. When the same straight men that you guys want to worship have expressed their own interest. If he shows a liking to the girl, then that's when we'll jump. I've never just went straight to a straight man and be like, yo, so. No, because I know one thing for sure. I know fragile masculinity. I know that he will try to prove a point to say, oh wow, look at this faggot, they try to approach me. I know the boasting nature of a nigger. So why would I embarrass myself like that? I won't do that in a million years. I won't. I will approach you if you've shown some interest into me. I won't approach you when I know that there's no interest. I can't be embarrassing myself. I like you. That's just disrespect. You shoot your shot, but you know your shot can be shot. You don't go over and above to reach a boundary. You don't do that shit. You will never do that in a million years. Like, we know our place, we know ourselves. I do. I know myself, I know my place, I know where I play. I will never go over a boundary. I will not even try to reach a point where it's like, straight man. No, sweetie, I don't jump. No. If there's interest shown towards me, I will jump. But until then, I'm good. I do want to say this. To all the females that are not as pressed as these females that I'm talking about, please, I am not being offensive. I'm not trying to disrespect you, because at the end of the day, I know that there are females who are not ignorant to things. I know that there are females that know what is up. And I know that there are females that actually respect the girls. So for those people that are listening that actually do respect the girls, I thank you. And I would like for you guys to educate your fellow sisters. To let them know, Unguti, we are not in the same boat. We will never be in the same boat. And we don't want to be in the same boat. However, this will lead me to my next thing that has also been bubbling. Congratulations, we've reached American Pride Month. June is American Pride, where we celebrate people out the LGBTQIA plus community. And I would like to bring awareness to transgender females. And I want to put this as, it's not as a disclaimer or anything. I want to put this as let it be known type of thing. And for those female viewers that I was talking to, and not the ones that already know, for those that don't know, let me let you know something quickly. Transgender women are women. I'll repeat it again. Transgender women are women as well. And if you're gonna tell me, no, what makes a woman is the ability to bear a child, sweetie, there are biological women that are unable to bear kids. What about them? Are they not women? If you're going to tell me that being a woman is having periods, great. That's interesting. So, you mean to tell me the only difference between you and that transgender female is that you have periods? And that's the most valid thing that you can tell me about? Is that what you want to say? Because if so, then we will go down the biggest rabbit hole in life so that you can realize that it's a woman. People don't understand something. People that actually that experience a gender dysphoria and then experience autogenophilia and then have the ability to say, I am ready to transition. Transition begins in the mind, where you have to make peace with yourself mentally to say, you know what, I agree with myself. I'm not this gender, I belong to this gender, and I'm comfortable with it. Once you've transitioned from your head, knowing who you are mentally, then you can go forth in your life to say, this is what I want to do next. Because body transformation, listen, it's 300,000 rands. Hormone treatment is free at certain clinics. Some clinics will make you pay for that hormone treatment. Counseling is free. And you get to work on your psyche first to say, I am now saying to myself, I'm letting go of the gender. I'm letting go of what was pre-installed to me so that I can be at peace with what I know and what I believe is my truth. Transitioning begins in the head before we get to the body. So before you guys want to use, and I want to say this, don't use she-male. She-male is the most derogatory term that you can use for a trans person. They are a trans person. They are not a she-male. That is disrespect. Let it be known. Before the transition, before I go to the hospital and I request for boobs, this, and whatever, it begins with me to say, I'm not happy with where I'm at. I'm not happy with who I am. I feel like this is not me. This is the lie. I will go to counseling. I will be counseled to accept, okay, are you sure this is what you want? Then we will work towards the process. It's only after that I have taken hormone treatment for X amount of years, done counseling for X amount of years, that I will be prepared to say, I will take the step forward and I will do reconstructive surgery. Which takes time, which takes money, which takes a lot of healing. Please respect people. We respect everyone. Guys, this is just a simple thing. Respect each other. Refer to me as she, her, hers, because that's what I look like. And that is what I present. Don't dare call me him or her or she when you feel like it. That's just hella disrespect. And with that being said, thank you for listening. Thank you for taking your time out to listen. Please do like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And thank you for joining me on another interesting episode of AM Thoughts with your host, Anakana Christopher. And I just want to say goodbye.
If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, or else, honestly, I'm tired of saying it. Subscribe to this channel, you're disgusting. And you walk out. I've left the door open for you, you get out. Because, honestly, that's not something you do over here. You gotta have respect.